Well, Denver Restaurant Week starts tomorrow, everyone. This is exciting because we've got special plates, special prices, and a whole lot of fun. And the Coco team is planning the places we are going to eat. And one of those places is Bistro Vendome, and Executive Chef Jeremy Wolgamott is here to share a taste. Chef, it's so good to have you today.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. Well, Bistro Vendome is one of those places when the Rockies start playing, my dad visits, that's where I'm taking him. Now, you guys recently moved. Tell me about that.
We did. We were in Larimer Square for 19 years.
Okay.
We recently moved to Park Hill. They're redoing Larimer Square, so we needed to find a new location.
All right, and that's been working out great for you guys.
It's been great, yeah. We've been open for just about a month.
Okay, so there you go. New location, always an exciting time. Well, let's first talk as a chef. What do you like about the concept of Denver Restaurant Week?
I love the fact that it showcases restaurants during what is kind of a traditionally slow season, really gets people out eating when the weather's starting to get nice, and remembering that local restaurants are a thing.
That's right. And one of the things we always push for here on Coco, it's let's go local, because we've got so many great local restaurants. Now, Denver Restaurant Week, every restaurant also features a special menu. At Bistro Vendome, what is that like?
So what we do is we actually feature our regular menus so that you can come in and try the traditional experience.
Okay.
And then we do a $45 option where you can get an appetizer for each person, an entree for each person, and then either a dessert or a glass of sparkling wine.
Oh, yeah. That is a good night right there. Now let's talk about your approach. French cuisine, I've always heard it's complicated. I mean, if you know French cuisine, you're very particular about it, but what's your approach over at Bistro Vendome?
French cuisine for me is very technique oriented. It's all about the ingredients and the techniques. And then after that, it's kind of simple. It's if you cook it right and you cook it simply with really good ingredients, it should be a simple and enjoyable dish.
It should, but every time I watch the reality shows and they're like, today we're going to France, I'm like, uh-oh, that's where it gets really tough. So kudos to you for doing this delicious cuisine. What's that?
So this is one of our to share items. We have a couple items that are to share on our menu, designed for 2 or more people to eat at the table. This is a Colorado striped bass in papillote. So that basically just means we cook it in paper, which gives it a nice roast and steam. So the fish is very delicate and light and flaky. We stuff it with some celery leaves, some charred onions, charred lemons, and some raw fennel. And then just kind of make a pouch out of it. It's kind of like it's kind of like rolling up something like a hand pie is the easiest way to describe it. But if you haven't made a lot of hand pies, it's just like rolling something in paper.
Okay, I would have never thought that you roll it up in paper like that. Okay.
Absolutely, yeah. It's to keep all the steam inside.
Okay, and so this goes in the oven.
It does. It goes in the oven. It takes about half an hour to roast to 150 degrees.
Now, is this one of the options that you have for Denver Restaurant Week?
It is. This would be a slight upcharge. A couple of the items on the menu are a little bit of an upcharge.
Okay.
But I think this is an extra $7
Go ahead,
or
Chef.
something.
And now, is this a shareable type of thing that people could come out, or how does that work?
Absolutely. This would be, I think, an entree for 2 people, and then maybe a little side salad with it, and it's plenty of food.
Now, when that hits the table, the smell's going to be fantastic. I'm not going to know what to do with it. You guys are here to
Yeah, so when it comes out, the servers, or occasionally myself, depending on how the night's going, will come out, take the paper off, and butcher it tableside, so that all you have to do is grab a fork and start eating.
And all that stuff that you just stuffed that bass with is going to be
it's all
going, and it's going to be tasting really good. Well, what's your favorite dish on the menu right now?
Right now, I actually really love the bass. That's why I wanted to do it today. It's a lot of fun. It's a big event when it shows up at the table, and I think that eating should be a show, especially in a restaurant. French food is all about the show. It's all about the night out.
And that's one of the reasons I take my dad there, is because we grew up with him and fresh fish, and he was like, no, you're eating it like that, and that is something that he would just absolutely love. All right, it's time to take out your dish. Of course, it's TV, but this is exactly what you will get if you come out to Denver Restaurant Week.
Absolutely.
Okay, here it is. All right, we're going to switch sides now. Let me move that iPad out of your way.
So, yeah.
Okay.
That's what would come out the table, and then this would show up with some garnishes on the side that you can kind of make your own little bites, and the server would come out, take the paper off, and butcher the fish.
And you could share it, and that makes a lovely meal. Well, Chef, thank you so much for being with us today. And of course, everyone, Denver Restaurant Week starts tomorrow, so mark those calendars, and for the list of restaurants and menus, dig into denverrestaurantweek.com.